But I want to talk about the toy show on Friday because in the wake of what happened in Dublin on Thursday night, it was a much needed unifier for the country to come together and just watch some like wholesome family healing. Um, and I thought it was a really, really fun show. Look, I'm not going to turn around like a lot of people are and say to Patrick Kilty, oh, he was incredible. He did an amazing job. Was the best toy show ever. Like, let's be honest here. Try to think of one amazing moment that Kilty himself was responsible for. You probably can't, but the reviews to me, that's not to say anything was wrong with Patrick Kilty. I thought he did a good job, but the reviews to me are testament to the difference it makes. And this is just in general about all of the Late Late Show, but I don't think many of us have watched the full one since Patrick Kilty's first night. But it's the difference it makes just having someone normal and sound host the show instead of a kind of nerdy weirdo who's trying to make political jokes with the kids while they try and show him dinosaurs. And he's like, oh, you could say the dinosaur represents the Irish government. Am I right? And it's like, no, stop, Ryan. You're just fucking weird. I really enjoyed the show, though. I thought it was really well put together. I loved the tension of will Sophie make it on time? It reminded me, I said on the Low Blows Twitter, of Stone Cold Steve Austin on a 1998 episode of Raw's War. It's like, where is Stone Cold? Is Stone Cold going to get here on time? And yeah, it really added an element to the show. Poor Sophie had to spend her, like, again, she got to like close out the show and she made it and it was fine. And I'm sure she's delighted and she had a dream moment. But also, like, her dream, like, she loves the toy show so much. The ironic thing was that she had to spend 90% of it watching it on a phone in a car that she wasn't planning to go into at the start of the night, which is just random funny. Shout out as well to Elvis Presley, who seemed at times like he was getting held hostage, and it's like, go Elvis, and he's like, ah. Which again, like, it was just like, this kid does not know who Elvis is. You've just taught him a few moves and you're just like, do the dance now, and he's like, ah. But a very entertaining runner as well. Also shout out to Shamey, who seemed like he was about 1 point of Beamish away from singing Danny Boy in the pub by himself and having a cry about all of his old school friends who'd since passed away, because, you know, life is long and hard. And again, he just brought that. You gotta love the kid who brings like fully grown adult energy to the show. It's a Late Late trope, and it's a toy show trope, and Shamey embodied it perfectly there. It was he was a brilliant character. Freya for me was the star of the night, though. Like, she was a little ball of joy and charisma without ever, look, I'm just gonna say it, okay? She didn't seem really try hard and produced like a lot of the Billy Barry types that you get on this every year. Like, she just seemed really natural and fun and entertaining, and her little like happy dances as well. Just every time she was on screen, she just made me smile. It was a very stripped back toy show that never seemed like it was trying too hard, which it did. Like, don't get me wrong, I don't hate Tubridy's efforts. I enjoyed it while he did it. I'm always going to enjoy a toy show. There's always something to get from it. Even the Pat Kenny years where he had cleared the stain for the fact that he wasn't hosting a primetime style show and had to deal with all these kids. That was entertaining from that standpoint. So you'll always find something to enjoy about the toy show. But in previous years, it seemed like Tubridy was trying to make himself seem like the toy man, and everything that came out in the Oireachtas Committee's interviews of like how he viewed himself, like he was like a hero to these children and they all looked up to him and stuff like that. And we certainly never felt that. I don't think any of the kids felt that. I think Tubridy just thought that in his own head and it came across. Whereas this one, like, they just stripped it back. Kilty is funny. He gets his little lines in and stuff like that as well, but he wasn't trying to dominate the airwaves. He was letting the kids be the star of the show, and ultimately that was what made it. So a really fun toy show, a success, and Patrick Kilty continues to justify any of the and prove any of the doubters wrong when he was signed up to the role. So well done to him and everyone involved. But one last note finally, and someone has to say it. Sophia, the kid with the sombrero who tried to rap, You let your country down, is all I have to say. There, I said it. Okay, sorry. Someone had to. I'm only joking, obviously.